Okay guys, let's talk about solutions for Miniquiz 5. Here's database of questions. Let's begin. So the first question: what is the x value after the loop in the following code? So I think we have this kind of code. Here is declaration of x equal to 0, x is less than 4, and every iteration it will be increased by 1. It means that when x becomes 4, it will terminate the while loop and will exit from it. So the answer must be x is 4. This is the right answer, I think. Okay, the second question: what's the output of the following code fragment? We have int I is equal to 0. We have some 4 which don't have the first part of it, initial action. There is no initial action, but we have some comparison. I is less than 5, I plus I. So it means that at every iteration it will be increased by 1, and we will be having 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's it. When it becomes 5, it will exit from loop and will continue doing the other part of the port that we don't see. So this must be the right answer. Okay. Question 3: which statement is used to stop a loop? Break, stop, return, continue. So yes, so break I think will be the answer, but I can also stop the loop using return. So if to talk about stopping the loop, because return also can stop the loop and return the answer of the method. But from the lecture point of view, you have to answer the break. Okay, but the return also be, I would say that return is also a right answer. Okay. Question 4: what's the output of the following code fragment? For int j is equal to 10, j is greater than 5, j minus minus. System out print j. So j will be equal to 10, then to 9, then to 8, 7, 6, and I think that's all. When it will be equal to 5, it must terminate the loop. So D is the right answer. Question 5: what you need to write on blank to print 13579? Okay, so we have to print only odd numbers. We have some for loop which begins from I is equal to 1, will continue to 10, and at every iteration it will be increased by 1, and at every iteration we print I. So we have empty blank here, and what will be written here? If I is mod by 2 is equal to 1, then break, else I think this is A answer, yes. Then we have B: if I mod 2 is equal to 0, then continue. If I is equal to 0, then break. D: if I is mod 2 is not equal to 1. If I mod 2 is equal to 1, continue. Of course, this must be right answer. We have to print, so B must be right answer, because we have to find when I will be even, but we can check whether I is even or not by dividing by 2 and look at the remainder, which must be equal to 0. And we don't want to stop the loop, we just want to skip. That's why we use continue. But you know, this blank line must be must be put in here, not after system out print. So then it will be, I think, the right question, but it is put in here, and you know, if it is put here, then we have no right answer. If it is put here, I think author wanted to put it here, then the answer must be equal to B. Then I really don't know what does this else mean. So this question not right constructed, I think. Okay. What's output for y? Int y is equal to 0 and I is equal to 0, I less than 10, I plus plus, y plus equal I. So it means that we have to add 0 plus 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 and plus 9. So if we add everything, I think we get about 45. I think this will be the right answer. Okay. Seventh question. What is the number of iteration in the following loop? Int I is equal to 1, I is less than 1, I plus plus. And iteration. I think if because of it begins from 1 and less than n, it means that it will do n minus 1 iteration. If it was equal to n, then it made n iteration, or if it was beginning from 0 and less than n, then n will be also as an answer. But if it begins from 1 till n, not including n, it means that n minus 1 iteration will be done. So the question 8, what will be displayed when following code is executed? Int number 6, while number is greater than 0, number minus equals 3, system out print number. So at each iteration 3 will be subtracted. It means that it will become 3, then 0, and that's it. So this must be the right answer. Okay. Let's check the 9th question. What's the result of the following code? I is equal to 0, I is equal to 0, I minus 3, I plus plus, and at every iteration just continue without doing nothing. It means that I will be increased at each iteration by 1, and when it becomes 3, it will finish the loop, and print line I will be the 3. So it will be 3. It will not compilation error because we can continue without having any selection statement. So the compile will continue loop without doing nothing, and that's okay. So 10th question. What will happen when you compile and run the following code? For int I is equal to 0, I is less than 5, I plus plus, system out print char. We have a character and a plus I at every iteration. So the first must be a, then b, then c, then d, then e. So okay, we will just, this will be the right answer. I think we will just go from a and just increasing at every iteration, switching by one letter, going from A, and for 4 steps, A, B, C, D, E, and this will be the right answer. Okay, let me increase a little bit the font. 11. What will happen when you compile and run the following code? For char c is equal to a, c is less than d, c plus plus, system out print c. So it must be equal to a, b, c. So do we have? Yes, I think this will be the right answer. 12. What will happen when you compile and run the following code? Public class test, public static void main, int I is equal to 65, I less than 68, I plus plus, and we convert char to I to char. So it must be some character. I think it A, yes, beginning from A, B, C, A, B, C. Do we have this kind of answer? No, we don't have. Code will not compile, not it will compile. Numbers, no, we will see some characters, so it means that none of the above is the right answer. Okay, 13th question. Will this code compile? Public class, public static void main for forever loop for with empty body. Yes, of course it will. Just will loop forever without doing anything. 14. What will happen when you compile and the following code? I is equal to 10, I is greater than 0. System out print I plus and then I minus minus. Oh, because it does not have a braces. If it had braces like this, then I would say that it will be equal to 10, then 9, then 8, then 7, then 6, then 5, then 4, then 3, then 2, then 1, and when it becomes 0 it will go out. But because of it does not have braces, it means that it will print I forever, because till this I minus 1 it will not reach, so totally it will even not compile, because compile will tell you that this statement is unreachable. And I think that compilation must be a true answer, but I don't know what author was thinking about question, but if he or she put braces, then the answer must be this. Okay. And the last question is, which type of decision structure is this? If x is equal to 10, we have body of if, then we have another x. If y is equal to 20, we have another body, and system out print line coordinates 10, 20. Switch if else if else binary choice nested if, because we don't have switch, we don't have else, and we don't have also if else. We have only if inside another if. It is called nested if. So this must be the right answer. So that's it. See you later.